Hi everyone, I am finally touching base with all of you via video. I think video will work as a good way for me to deliver content and chapter material, that sort of thing, rather than try to get a whole class of 17 people all together at the same time live online. So I thought we would do this and hopefully it'll work okay. I don't want the videos to be longer than 15 minutes, so what I'll do is I'll sort of chunk it up. I'm going to do the first part of chapter 13 this way, and then depending on how much I get done, I can always do another chunk in a few more days. So if you're following along with our course outline, we were actually supposed to start chapter 13 just before the break, so we're just a little bit behind there. And I've moved some dates around, so I have deviated from the course outline a little bit anyway. But if you take a look, we only had to do chapter 13 and then 14, and a little bit of 15 will be integrated in with chapter 14. When I get to that chapter, I always talk a little bit about 15, but I don't do the whole chapter. And all we have left for assignments is your visual dictionary, which is the second submission due this week, your marketing plan and your final presentations, which I moved ahead into April, and then your final visual dictionary submission 3, and the very last thing will be a quiz done online via Brightspace, multiple choice and a couple short answers. So we are in really good shape. I hope this works in terms of delivering the content for you. I felt that this would be the best way for me to deliver. So here we go. We're jumping into chapter 13, and if you're following along with your textbook, I start on page 468. And the first thing I want to talk about is the promotion mix. Excuse me. So keeping in line with a lot of what we've talked about already this semester is the marketing mix, which is your 4 P's, and one of the P's is promotions. So the mix of our promotions, of all the things we can do, are all of these things: advertising, sales and direct selling, public relations, which is different than advertising, and I'll explain that more as we go, and direct marketing. So sales, promotion, and personal selling are a little bit different. I'll explain each one as we go, and these are all the tools we have in our arsenal under the P, the promotion of the mix, that we can mix up and do different things with to really get content out to customers, build value, build relationships, create loyalty, and get customers engaged with us. So I'm going to spend some time, just put the textbook aside for a sec, spend some time going through my slides, talking about how we integrate all of our promotional tools into one clear, consistent communication package. So a company will use a variety of different tools. If you think about a recent promotional tool that Disney used was for the Disney Plus. And if you think about how did you hear about Disney Plus, chances are you saw it on Facebook or maybe Instagram, maybe you saw it on television, maybe it was word of mouth. All of those channels Disney's using to advertise, promote, and sell and get the word out. So that's kind of what it means. But what you'll notice is the message is always consistent, always branded, and always kind of the same feel and the same quality. That's what we mean by integrated communications. It's that messaging piece. So we want to have a single message, a single kind of approach or tagline. We want to make sure that it's well communicated through many different types of channels and many different types of promotions, and integrating all of those strategies into one ultimate outcome, which is increase sales, increase Disney app purchases, or whatever we're selling. So there are the promotional mixes again. Sorry, gotta keep drinking to keep me hydrated. And I'm gonna do a mix of each of those. So for advertising, that's everything you see, whether it's a commercial, a magazine ad, a billboard, something that's been paid for, right? Something that a company has bought that space and put it up. That could be a radio ad, that could be a YouTube interstitial, which is those ads that run during your regular scheduled programming. Sometimes though, what makes this different than a sales promotion that people sometimes confuse is it can still be an ad, but a sales promotion means there's a discount, there's a price, there's a special. You think about the fact that McDonald's is always advertising, but then they also have sales promotion. So coffee's always advertised, but when coffee goes on sale for $1, like Dollar Days, that's a sales promotion that they'll often, get the word out as well as do an advertisement for it. So just to clarify those two things, people do advertisements all the time to keep McDonald's or Disney or whatever company top of mind. But they don't always do sales promotions. And sometimes that will be like employee discounts, 2 for 1, buy one, get one free, 10% off, whatever, those kinds of discounts. Right now, everybody, because of COVID-19, everybody is doing free shipping, right? That's a sales promotion, and they're advertising it through different channels, which is how you hear about it or know about it. I get a lot of my ads through email marketing. Personal selling. So that is when you actually encounter a salesperson who is sort of pushing the sale, whether that's a car salesperson, a life insurance salesperson, one of those network marketing salespeople who sell Avon or Arbonne or whatever. If you go to Sephora, there's a salesperson, right? And so that extra touch where they explain the product to you or do a demonstration or, they have knowledge that they share. That is the one-on-one or one-on-group personal selling approach. That once I've pulled somebody into my store, then my personal selling can push the information, sell warranties, upsell, that kind of thing. Direct marketing means that the company has sent whatever it is, the ad or whatever promotion, directly to you. Direct marketing, personalized, customized, reaching the target. So direct marketing is not a TV commercial or a big billboard, okay? So direct marketing means if I want to get it in Jacob's hand or Zach's hand, I need to email it to them or text them or send them a piece of mail direct to the customer, or Kim, or any of you, if you got something, a coupon, a birthday special, something like that. The direct marketing channels are extremely popular today, as opposed to just like rapid fire advertising, hoping it'll catch someone. Those direct one-on-one personalized, customized approaches are really important. Last but not least is public relations. And all I'll say about that for now is that's all the things that a company does, whether it's corporate social responsibility, economic stuff, or environmental stuff, the stuff to make the company look good, handle situations that might be a crisis or a critical issue. When Maple Leaf had the listeria outbreak, they had to do a lot of public relations, dealing with the public to say you are safe and we have things looked after. Every single company right now, I am sure you've gotten their emails, whether it's a bank or it's Walmart or it's the Sobeys or Superstore. They are all sending you messages, emails, telling you we are doing everything we can to stay on top of COVID-19. All of these measures and all these assurances. And if you need support or help, the government's here. You can have deferral payments for car payments or whatever you've got. Those are all public relations messages, trying to keep in this situation, the public happy and safe. In a marketing situation, informed and content. So whether we're doing advertising, PR, or a mixture of all of these promotional tools, they must be, as I said, consistent messaging, clear messaging, a powerful message, compelling stories, awesome content, great deals, things that will get picked up and stand out, amongst the noise of all the other messages and all the other ads that we see. Something that's going to make us stop and go, what's this all about? I'm interested. So that's what we're talking about in this chapter. I'm going to skip through here. Some of this will be redundant. Why do we advertise? Well, we can reach the masses, so that's a great thing, but it's expensive to do that. A billboard or a big sign will get a lot of exposure. There's reasons why we want to be on TV or on the radio. We want to be in lots of different places. But it's not one-on-one, it's not personal, it's not direct, and it's very expensive. So you'll notice a lot of people are sort of steering away from that mass advertising. Although if you look at New York City, Times Square, that's the epitome of advertising, but not everybody can afford that. The personal selling, you think about the standard sales woman or gentleman. They communicate one-on-one. You go to the bank, you get a personal touch if you're buying a mutual fund or a house or a car loan. If you go to a dealership to buy a vehicle or a travel trailer, that one-on-one selling where they're trying to close deals, explain features and benefits, and be persuasive, right? And we'll talk more about the selling approach and personal selling skills in another video. But that's expensive too, because you have to hire a sales team. You have to be able to pay that sales team benefits and wages and all of that stuff. And when peak times are, good for sales, awesome. But what happens when they're in a slump? When people don't buy cars the first week of January, when people aren't buying cars right now, and you're a dealership and you have this big sales team, now what? So pros and cons of each one. Sales promotion, again, that's an awesome thing to offer discounts, grab attention, get people excited, free coffee, dollar coffee, discounts, free shipping, buy one, get one. Those are all incentives. And when times are low, like right now, we would need incentives. That's how the entire campaign for Roll Up the Rim began, because coffee sales slumped. So it's cool. It's engaging, it's dramatic, it can get a lot of attention, but it's short-lived. Right? People pay attention for a second and then it's forgotten, which is why we have to continue to come up with new and interesting things so they'll open, click, come in, and buy. Public relations, again, I'm going to save more of that for another unit, and I actually have a different slideshow I want to pass around. But it is something that is really about credibility, building reputation, corporate social responsibility, being proactive, dealing with crises when crises happen. And as being a CEO or the front face of an organization, being out and in front of those things is important. Direct marketing. I've always talked about personalized, customized, build relations. Dear Lisa, happy birthday. We have a gift for you. Hey, Quentin, did you know you can save 50% off today? Hey, Jared, did you know that if you buy now, your next time you buy, it'll be on us, or it'll be a discount of 25% off, that kind of thing. It keeps connected. And now text messaging is one of the biggest marketing tools because it can get directly to you with a higher open rate than even emails. The downside, too many people think it's junk or spam and ignore it, especially when it comes via email. That's the Roll Up the Rim. I've talked about that, so you can read about that. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to wrap up, push versus pull strategy, and I believe this is one of your visual dictionary terms. If I want to push content, that means I want to get material out. I want to push the sale. I want to offer promotions. I want to provide incentives. I want to have a great sales team that really goes out and does a great job at getting units moved, pushing content out, making cold calls, getting on the phone, doing advertisements, that kind of thing. But then there's another strategy, and it's called the pull strategy. It's what I consider like the lure. Come to us. So you're walking by a store, maybe it's Lush, and they're doing hand cream samples, or trying to get you in the store with, how about I do a little cuticle thing for you today, or a little hand massage thing. Those are pull strategies, techniques, big billboards, which are those big flappy things that fly outside of dealerships for sales, things that attract your attention and kind of pull you into the store. They grab you in the moment, they gain your interest, and they're like, hey, look at me. That's a pull strategy. So some stuff pushes, other techniques pull. And sometimes it's confusing and they're both push and pull. But the important thing is that you do understand that there are two different approaches to how we kind of get content out there. Some that will inadvertently grab consumer attention, and other that has to be really pushed on them. You think about car salespeople. If I walk into your dealership, I'm there because I've been pulled in for whatever reason. Maybe I heard there's an awesome deal today. I saw one of those big orange signs, $25,000 off this truck, and I've come in. But other times when I'm not coming to you, you have to pull hard, trying to push me in the right direction. So you might have to call me or send me a note or a reminder or a really special offer. Come in and trade now and we'll give you, the best deal ever. Those are all the kinds of techniques. So that's all for now. I'm just under 15 minutes. I hope everyone is well and safe and washing their hands. And please reach out, stay connected to Brightspace every day. Email me as needed. Work hard on your marketing plans. It's the most important, most valuable assignment you have. Bye for now and take care.